Hey everybody, I'm Justin Bohn.
I'm Mike Val.
And this is the Bohn and Zano Zone, where we are always on the lanes, off the charts, and on the mic. Hello everybody, and welcome to season number 2 of the Bohn and Zano Zone podcast, presented by BuddiesProShop.com. It's been a while, Mike, and it's good to be back.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can now. You cut out there for a quick second.
I'm not surprised. See, I'm the one having internet problems tonight. Normally it's you, but
normally it's me. Normally it's me, but
it is you. So how is Wichita?
Wichita is going good. This is week 13 now. 2 more weeks. I'm coming home for Thanksgiving, and then another 2 weeks after that, I'll be home for winter break. It's been an experience. We'll put it that way. Big lifestyle change from the life that I lived back in New Jersey to the life out in Kansas. But the team and the atmosphere and the practice and all that stuff is making it worthwhile. So it's good. It's good.
It's a culture shock.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, everything is different, from the people to the amount of time it takes to get places. I mean, I don't drive more than 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So you put gas in your car like once a month?
Once a week, once every 2 weeks, but it's not a whole lot. We don't have much more past 15 or 20 minutes, unless you're going 2 or 3 hours away, which is very different from what we have at home. You can go pretty much anywhere within 2 hours. There's a lot to do within 2 hours of where we live. So that was very different, but we're getting used to it.
All right, so you've been out there for 13 weeks now?
Yep.
All right, so when did you start bowling out there? How did that all start? So you have like tryouts when you first went out there. So what was like your schedule when you first got out there?
So for me, since I was a part of the pre-select team, the schedule was pretty laid back until like the middle of September, end of September. The trial process was 3 weeks long, between a physical test, 3 weeks of bowling, a bunch of different patterns.
A physical test?
Yeah, it was just something for some extra points. Ran a 2-minute mile, many push-ups, many sit-ups as you can. Skills test, which was 10 spares, 5 10 pins, 5 7 pins, and then basically I just throw 2 shots from 10, 2 shots from 20, and 2 shots from 35, and try and hit the pocket, style points basically. I got to take the skills test, which was pretty fun. So it was pretty laid back until basically once we got started. Once the rest of the team was selected, we practiced 4 days a week, workouts 3 days a week at 6:30 in the morning, bright and early.
What?
Oh yeah.
You're a bowler.
Bowlers are athletes, Michael.
We are athletes.
Yes.
People have that misconception.
Absolutely. And bowlers are definitely athletes, and I'm learning that. Getting in the gym on my own too, just trying to be a little bit better, a little bit stronger. Takes some time. We have time, but we don't. It feels like, and it's also weird making my own schedule. I'm not used to this. I'm so used to just having like mom or dad. All right, we're leaving in 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, you have the Bohn calendar. You're on the Bohn calendar. You don't have that anymore.
I don't have that anymore. No, I got my calendar right here.
Wow. and just so everybody knows, in that calendar, we will have a Wednesday show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. 7 Central, because you are an hour behind us. So that is in Justin's calendar.
Yes. All right. Every Wednesday, we're going to be chatting about something, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Anything that's going on in the bowling world, anything that we want to talk about, anything that goes on back home, anything that goes on out here, anything. Be sure and put comments down below if you guys got any questions for us. It's always a blast answering questions and just talking about life, talking about discussions. Maybe we'll even have some guests come in from the chat in some upcoming episodes. Who knows? This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, season 2, we're up for anything. A lot of people have reached out and asking. I was talking to you about this yesterday about, bring this guy on, bring this guy on, bring this guy on, and it seems that the one or the two people that people want to see with us.
Yeah.
One is Johnny,
Oh,
which
Johnny will definitely be on.
we said I think we're going to do Johnny live. We'll do Johnny when you're home
Yeah.
for Christmas. We can do that. Like the three of us can get together and just have a little shindig.
Yep. That'll be a blast.
Yeah, and the second one is part 2 of one of the shows we did last year when we had Robert, Timmy, Chris Viali, and Grandpa Barnes.
Yeah,
and then
that was fun.
and don't forget we had special guest Rudy Revs also joined us too. So
Yeah.
a lot of people want to see part 2 of that. So maybe we can end the year with part 2 of that. We'll see what happens.
We'll work on it, but there's
Yeah,
a lot of
lot.
exciting things.
Mhm.
Mike, what do you think of the red, the new look, the new logo? What do we
I
think?
love it. I do like it. I like it a lot. The logo is great. It's us.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's so you got through all the training or the pre-qualifications out of Wichita. So when did you actually start? Like when was the first match? Is it like
So
if I remember correctly, and I'm going back almost 20 years when I was in school, like what like late September probably, right? Beginning of October.
well, our first our first semester was pretty laid back this year.
Hmm.
Our first tournament wasn't until October 15th and 16th. Right at home, right in Wichita, mid states. We were able to come out on top, leading qualifying,
Hmm.
running the bracket, made a run at 300 in one of the games, one of the Baker games, which was pretty cool in front of all the hometown crowd. Um, and then our next tournament was last weekend, not like 3-4 days ago, the weekend before that,
Hmm.
up in Topeka. Came out on top there in the Jayhawk Classic. So we're 2 tournaments in. We're 2 for 2 on the guys' side, which is pretty stellar. Our next tournament coming up this weekend. We got a 10 or 12 hour bus ride Davenport,
Ooh,
Iowa. Yeah.
ugh. Those are miserable. So you're bowling now. So just so we have an idea here, so you're bowling with Spencer,
Yep.
and you're bowling with one of the Barneses, correct?
Yeah. Ryan is on the select team. He's traveling with us this weekend for the first time on the big boy roster.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. He's also coming to Vegas with us. So
When are you
it'll be
going out? When are you going to Vegas?
So we actually go out to Vegas over winter break. I'll come home. I'll be home for 3 or 4 days, and then me and Dad will fly out to Vegas like the 17th to the 22nd.
All right. And now, when you say the select team, is it like the B team? Is that what you're saying? Is that what that is?
So the select. So there was a pre-select team and then a select team.
Okay.
Um, the select team is up to 12 guys, and they can pick any of them to travel. The way it has gone so far, the way the cookies crumbled, it's basically just been the guys that were pre-selected, the guys that didn't qualify through tryouts. Just because I personally think the separation of guys is incredible. Um, the guys, when you look at the roster on paper, I mean it's nuts. 5 of the 7 guys that were pre-selected this year were Team USA members or had won Team USA, junior
Hmm.
gold champs. I think we had 3 of them. A junior gold runner-up. I mean, you look at the 7 guys that we had on paper. It was dumb. It was absolutely dumb.
Hmm.
So
Now, with all, I'm going to hit you with. So I'm going to I'm interviewing you basically here. So this is pretty neat.
yeah.
So with all the experience you've had bowling across the country and even a little bit over in Malaysia and whatnot, what's the biggest difference you've seen between college bowling and anything else that you've partaked in so far?
So I'd say the biggest difference in college bowling than like just regular tournament bowling that I've competed in is how quick the moves are.
Hmm.
Um, I th- there are times where I'd move 1, 2, or 3 going high, and now if I don't move 1, 2, or 3 every shot, I'm going high. I mean, both of the final matches that I've bowled in college so far, I've been in front of the ball return. I've gotten my feet as far left as 60.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, you're just far left, and you got to stay ahead of the moves. You're moving 4 or 5 sometimes when you're making those moves just off of a 4 pin, where at home they'd only be like 2 and 1.
So what is the biggest thing you've learned so far from your 2 events? Or even better one, what is one of the things? What's the best thing you've learned so far from Steelsmith?
Um. Oh.
Sure, he's just a bank of knowledge. So,
Oh yeah.
what's the biggest thing he's taught you guys so far, and what's the biggest thing that you've learned so far on your own?
I think just gelling as a team.
Hmm.
We've learned to gel pretty well, and he's just a boatload of knowledge. I don't know that there's anything that I can just say that stands one thing out in my mind. But he's the guy that if we got questions, he's going to lead us in the right direction. Never steers us wrong. Seems like ever. Um, there's always he just throws out little things. Like even like last week we were working. And I felt like I was using too much arms and not enough legs, and freeing up my swing. And he just gave me like one little thing to think about. And before I knew it, I felt like I was free again. So it's kind of stuff like that it's just like, it's not like it's a lot, but
Hmm.
it's quick enough that it's they all add up.
So now that you're part of the Wichita pedigree,
Yes.
and there has been a long line of the Wichita pedigree.
Yes.
So where do you? I said, where do you think? So let's go with this one. Who is your Mount Rushmore at Wichita on the guys' side?
Like, all time?
Yeah, all time. I'm not saying now
Oh boy.
because yeah, let's have some
Man.
fun.
All right. Uh
I'll give you five. You give me five. How's that?
okay. Well, Barnes, Rash, Steel Smith, all those guys got to be up there.
Okay.
Pat Healy, another one.
Hmm.
Um, John Strabinsky, one of them.
Wow, there's a name from the past.
Nathan Bohr. You got to throw Coach L in there. Mark Lewis.
Hmm.
Um, he represented bowling in the Olympics, I think, back in the
Yeah,
'80s. The
yeah.
one year that it was
He
in the
lobbied for
Olympics.
that. He lobbied for
Yeah,
that really hard.
yeah. So he's got to be on there. And you can't forget about Coach Vatican.
Hmm.
I mean, all that he's done with this program. I mean, even though he's not coaching anymore, he was coaching up until 2 years ago.
Hmm.
Um, I'm just rambling off names. I know it's not four of them.
But
Those are
still,
those are four that come to mind. And I know that there's plenty more, and
uh,
there's plenty on the women's side too.
oh God, you have I give you Matt McNeil. I forgot about Matt
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean,
Prather,
yeah. AJ Chapman,
AJ Chapman,
Mitch Hupe,
Justin Romek,
Packy.
Packy, Justin Romek's another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Forgot about him. Yeah.
about Jim Rogers. Forgot about Jim Rogers.
The local legend.
No, there's just a ton. I mean, there. If you want to bowl in college, that's the place to go. I mean, there's no
Oh
doubt
yeah.
about it. It's like playing for the Yankees. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
The opportunity for knowledge is just it's dumb here. I mean, you're surrounded by people that are good. You're surrounded by just a boatload of knowledge between Rick and Mark, and then the other players on the team.
Yeah,
Um,
that they've already seen it. The guys that are upperclassmen, they've seen it already.
yeah, there's um, the practice facility. They're always hard, so you're always going to be learning something.
Hmm.
Just continuing to try and perfect that craft. Um, I feel like the biggest thing that I've learned, and I know you asked me this a little bit earlier, but I'm going to go back to it.
Hmm.
The biggest thing I've learned basically on my own was using my legs a whole lot more. I felt like it's made me a whole lot more versatile, and even like just tweaking ball speed, um, where you'd feel uncomfortable making a move right when you light mixer, but you've gone light mixer 3 or 4 times, and I just want to knock that ball speed down just enough instead of moving a half right with my feet. Um, Knocking that ball speed down just enough to get it to split the 8-9, go right through it the right way. I
Hmm.
mean, that's huge, especially when they're hard. I feel like that's something that I've worked on in the past, and I didn't really have a whole lot of success with it. Changing rev rate, changing ball speed, just nothing I was really good at because I was using too much my upper body. And now with the hard stuff that we ball on, you got to use your legs. You got to have a free swing.
Hmm.
You got to kind of just push it out towards your target, let it fall, and follow through.
So, do you feel like you have something to live up to with all the success that they've had at Wichita? Like, if you don't bowl well, you guys don't perform well, like you let the not your teammates, but you let like the program down. You guys ever you feel like that ever?
Say that one more.
So
Reword
like so not letting your teammates down, like if you guys bowl poorly, but do you ever feel like because of the history and because of all the success for all the years, like you're letting the program down if you guys don't perform to where you think you should?
No, I don't think that we've felt that. I mean, I think that there's times where we've felt that we've underperformed, like we could have performed better. We got a little off track in one of our matches. But the one thing that I'm keeping in the back of my head, and I'm thinking about it all the time, is it's not about the team that is the best, the team that has the best team on paper. It's about the team that performs the best.
Yeah,
Any
you got
team
to
can win on
gel.
any given day.
Mhm.
It's just a matter of who performs the best.
So, who are the top 3 teams in the country on the guys' side?
I would definitely
Obviously, you
say
guys.
we have to be up there. Um, I'm just gonna name a few colleges, I think, because I think that there's a few in the conversation. I haven't competed against enough of them yet.
Indiana Tech is one of them. I know that for a fact.
Indiana Tech is, if they're not there, they're going to be within the top 10.
Mhm.
St. Ambrose, Mount
Where-
Mercy are teams that we've competed against.
And these are schools that you never really, I don't say never heard of, but these are the ones that like I never heard of them when I was at college. Like it was always like Saginaw or Weber or even Moorhead.
Right.
We never heard of these smaller ones. So like where are those guys at?
So Mount Mercy is in the middle of Iowa.
Okay.
St. Ambrose is in Davenport. They're the school hosting the tournament we're bowling this weekend.
Okay.
Mount Mercy is coached by Andy Dirks, Team USA head coach. Um, pretty knowledgeable
You know
guy.
what? How about all of the college coaches? I mean, the coaches themselves are just like, I mean, you guys have Steel Smith. Go to McKendree, you got Brian and Shannon.
Oh my God, yeah,
Brian Dirks, you got Dell down at Weber. I mean, my God, like the coaching is just unbelievable.
yeah. It's nuts. I mean, we bowled a tournament not that long ago, and Derek Sapp, um, passed.
Nebraska guy, right?
Yeah, he bowled on tour.
Yeah.
Um, he was coaching one of the schools. Back to the question about like the top three.
Yeah, yeah.
McKendree's got to be there. They've just been a big name in
Always.
college bowling for a long time.
Yeah, the O'Keefe's kind of really turned that program around when they took over.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Schools like Lindenwood are in that conversation.
Weber's always in the mix, obviously.
Yep, SCAD, Lawrence Tech.
Yeah, Scat's Verity's place, right?
Yeah, that's where
Yep.
she used to coach. I don't think she's coaching
Oh,
there
she's not there anymore?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Um, I'm definitely missing some.
I'll give you one local guy. Do you know Andrew Dukowski?
Yeah,
Andrew
yeah.
Dukowski is coaching at
Pikeville.
Pikeville out in
Yes,
Kentucky.
yes,
Yeah. There's just and Andrew's a good player. There's so
yeah,
many good coaches all over the place.
yeah. And definitely the one thing that I'm learning is when it comes down to these Baker matches, because most of the finals that we bowl are
Yeah.
2 out of 3, 3 out of 5 Baker matches.
Mhm.
That's what I mean. Any team can win.
Absolutely.
I mean, it really comes down to like what I mentioned earlier. The team that performs the best comes out on top. It's not about the team that is the best.
No, it's about your chemistry and whatnot, and you got to
Exactly.
feed off your guys
Exactly.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
100% right. Could not agree with you anymore. We finished second to Wichita my first year out at Moorhead for the national championship,
Really?
and that was the Rash Bohr years.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was doesn't sit well. It is what
Sorry.
it is. It is what it is. But I mean, you get two guys like that. I mean, it's just so hard to compete against guys like that.
Yeah,
And
I
then
get that.
we bowled Robbie Spigner, Bill Spigner's son. He bowled for Indiana. He was there when I bowled in college. We had them. We had the very end of Billy O'Neill.
Okay.
Fagan was just getting out of St. John's. Steve Novak, he won a couple Eagles from Saginaw. He's another one. Then Ronnie Russell, we bowled Ronnie from when he went to Vincennes.
Okay.
How's Vincennes' program? Do they still have a decent team?
I'm sure that they have a bowling team.
Well, I know they definitely have a program.
We don't bowl against them because they're not in our region.
Yeah, they're where we were, Moorhead, like more in the
Right.
like that Midwest area.
Yeah, they're more located like Indianapolis area.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but we
don't
never
see
really
that.
came to where you were.
No, probably not.
No, I think the furthest we went besides Las Vegas was we did Chicago, we did St. Louis, we did the Tier 1 down in Atlanta or Atlanta or Alpharetta, whatever. We always said it was Atlanta, but it was like right outside of Atlanta. So we never really went to like Iowa to where you guys were or where you guys are going to.
We'll bowl in Chicago. In the second semester, we'll bowl the Hoosier in Indianapolis. And there's
Is that at Woodland? Is that still at Woodland?
Western,
Okay.
not at Woodland. Western.
Okay.
Another center we've talked about in the past.
Those Royal pin centers out in Indianapolis are like impossible.
Yeah, I like bowling at them. I like Western.
Woodland's gorgeous. I love Woodland
Oh
bowling.
yeah, I love the centers. I love being there. They're great centers.
You just can't strike there.
Yeah.
Ask Robert Smith how he feels about Woodland Bowl.
We already have.
Yeah, it's impossible to strike there.
But Western was I bowled my first 2 blocks of junior gold there, and after the 4 games on each, I had 225 over and was leading after the second day.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that building.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I might have just matched up on the patterns if they put the other 2 patterns out that they put out at Expo. It probably would have been a different story, but I hit the 2 patterns that were out there the right way.
And that's all you got to do is when they give it to you, you got to take full advantage of it. I mean,
oh yeah,
not doing anything.
Yeah, like when Spencer's got it with the urethane ball, he's not leaving the 5 hole.
No.
And
now this is his first year there, right? He's a freshman as well.
Yep.
So you 2 are freshmen, and then Barnes' kid's a sophomore. Barnes is the second year.
Barnes
is
a sophomore. Brandon Bonta's another freshman. It's the 3 guys that we had come in this year were nuts. It was dumb.
Is there? I'm going to start the speculation here. Is there talks of a certain lefty coming in next year?
I know who you're talking about.
I'm not going to say the name, but is there talks of?
Well, I'll throw a name out there. Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. And I'm not referring to that way.
He's taken his visit.
Yep.
It's in his conversations. He's got it. He's mainly looking at McKendree, Indiana Tech, and Wichita are his 3 that he's talked about around a couple of people. I don't think it's narrowed down to that necessarily, but
he's keeping his options open.
Yeah, he's not closed-minded. Any offer that comes to the table, he's going to at least consider it. So
yeah, to be what's best for him and what he wants to obviously what he wants to study and whatnot, he'll make his best decision.
Right.
But now, just saying, if you threw him into the mix with you guys,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Spencer's talked about having another lefty that he can get lined up off of, and I told Brandon that, and we'll see if that plays into effect of his decision or not.
Now, here's one for you. Now, I know you've converted to the dark side and started going to the 2-handed. You're officially a 2-hander now.
Right.
Has anyone out there tried making you revert backwards, go back to the 1-handed style? Or are they saying, hey, listen,
no,
keep what you're doing, or if you see this, put your thumb in it and throw it?
Well, the only time that I would put my thumb in it now, they have to be short. I mean,
really?
Yeah, they have to be short. My ball roll is gone.
Okay.
When I did it at Teen Masters and Junior Gold, I literally hadn't practiced it until the 15 minutes of practice we had on the short at Teen Masters. And the last time I'd done it before that, I'd bowled a handful of games in December, and then before that, it was September. So it was 9 months.
Have you mastered shooting spares 2-handed? I mean, across the lane.
No.
So you're putting your thumb in it to shoot a 10-pin still?
Yes.
Okay.
So I shot my spares 2-handed for about 2 or 2.5 months up until we had like that summer swing SYC in Louisville, Teen Masters, and Junior Gold. And my spare shooting in Louisville was horrendous. I mean, I was missing a spare a game. I mean, it was bad. My eyes just have to see it go straight. For the longest time, I couldn't throw a reactive 1-handed at a spare ball, and you know how straight I can make it go. And I literally, I said at Teen Masters, I said, Dad, I'm going to bring the one with my thumb in it, like just in case I can't get the 2-handed one to go straight enough. And well, in the first 5 minutes of the hour practice session, I made that switch. I was like, there's no chance. And that was the best I had shot spares in the 2 months prior.
Jesus.
And then decided to shoot my spares like that at Junior Gold, and finished 25th. So I'd say it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, he had a good showing there. Right move there.
And Dad said after Teen Masters, he said, if you don't put your thumb in it to shoot your spares, I'm going to cut your left hand off. So you have to. So I won't ever shoot my spares 2-handed because
words of wisdom.
I'm so comfortable with it.
Yeah, it's second nature.
Exactly.
So that's the update from Wichita.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually start picking back up the one-handed again for team trials coming up around the corner.
So you are going to bowl team trials this year?
Yes, team trials is on the roster, but there is an actual short pattern there.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I can hit the short pretty good two-handed, but there's a huge advantage when you can strike a lot on the short.
What building is team trials at? Is that Sunset again?
Gold Coast.
Ugh.
So
Ugh.
never bowled there. So
It's a nice
I don't.
place.
Yeah, I'm looking
They're
forward to it.
all nice.
I'm excited. I'm
You should
excited
be.
for the experience. Since I've been here, I feel like my game's only gone up.
Oh, it has to, man.
Which is a
Absolutely.
good thing. Yeah, exactly. The confidence, I feel good, and when I'm lined up and making good shots, I feel like I'm a much better player than I was
It,
even at junior gold. And at junior gold, I felt like I was pretty good at
you're
a pretty high spot. So
you could probably sell a week of your life, what you do bowling wise in Wichita,
yeah,
to an average Joe as like a fantasy camp, and
yeah,
just live your bowling. I'm not saying about your education. Live your bowling life for 1 week and go through the practices at the facility with the coaching you have for a week. People would pay thousands of dollars to get that knowledge that you're getting, every day.
Well,
You're only going to get sharper. You're only going to get better.
oh yeah,
That's a no brainer.
they do a 3 or 4 summer camps for youth bowlers right before junior gold.
Okay.
That you can come out and attend, and it's the same thing that you said. It's a 4-day weekend. I think they have some 1 or 2 day camps, but the main one's a 4-day weekend. You get to stay on campus, practice, work out, whole
Yeah.
9 yards.
It's basically like you want to play golf with Tiger Woods every day for a week, or
Yeah,
somebody of that level. You're going to go have batting practice with like Derek Jeter for a week.
yeah,
That's what you're doing that. So you're only going to get sharper every day.
yeah, and being able to practice on the patterns that we get to bowl on. We have no idea what's out there. We have to figure it out. They're always hard.
Mm-hmm.
The common one is the 40-foot flat U.S. Open.
The 1-to-1.
Yeah,
That's
and
like impossible. It's
yeah,
death.
yeah, and you just you get better because you're bowling on stuff that's hard. When you're not bowling on the house shot every
Exactly.
day when you go to practice, you're gonna get better.
And when you go ball on the house shot, all of a sudden you now have this,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's like you can't miss.
yeah.
When
Well,
you go from you
I
know what I
will say
mean.
the Midwest China compared to the East Coast China is
But Barnes always
way
said that.
different.
Barnes always said that to us too.
Yeah,
Supposedly there's a lot more friction where we are at home than where you are in Wichita.
yeah. I'd say I didn't think I thought Howell was a pretty okay center. It was just hard to strike there,
Yeah.
and Ocean was
Uh,
too easy, right?
what?
Ocean was too easy. Like they were overcliffed.
Oh, they're very overcliffed in that place.
Right.
100% right.
And that's what I felt like most of the centers were. Like if you were a straight player that knew how to play up second arrow, you were pretty damn good.
Mhm.
Now, it's that in between zone. It's that there's enough friction in the right, there's enough hold in the middle, and it's oh my god. If there weren't corner pins, there'd be people that average 260.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I've always heard the Rock is notoriously easy though.
Oh my god. It's dumb. I had the front 9 last night.
Shocking.
I've already bowled 2 300s. I don't have an 800 yet.
Mhm.
I've bowled 2 300s. I had the front 9 last night. I'm
Now,
averaging
are you a
over
regular in your
225.
league or you're subbing? You're a regular?
I'm a regular, yeah.
Okay. Now, how many of the guys on your team bowl in the league? Is it like a regular thing?
A lot.
Yeah, we did that at Moorhead. We traveled 45 minutes to bowl league.
Oh my god.
Moorhead, uh, it's different because there was no, I don't want to say civilization, but there was nothing around us. Like the next nearest town was Lexington, which was literally 45 minutes away, that had a mall and it had a bowling center. So we drove
Right.
45 minutes every Tuesday to go bowl league in Mount Sterling, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was an experience. And then when we got back, we had lanes on campus too, and we had 6 lanes, and they were wood. It was in the gym.
Oh my.
It was in the no, I'm sorry, it was 8 lanes in the gym. The wood was probably from the 60s or the 70s. I mean, you could
Oh.
see like the seams were like this through the lanes. They were
Oh.
never resurfaced. No air conditioning. in the center,
Oh my God.
and the oil machine was from the 80s. So that's what we bowled on,
So
and we
they
learned
they were they were naturally hard. You
they
couldn't
were
make them easy.
no, there was no such thing. There was no button we could press on that machine to wall them up. They were just naturally hard. And the year or the second year after I left, Kelly Kulick got some kind of a deal with Kegel, and I think she got lanes donated there. And now it's more modernized. They got synthetics in there. They have automatic scoring. We didn't have automatic scoring there. We had
Oh wow.
tryouts. We had tryouts in Louisville at a bowling center in Louisville. I'm sorry, Lexington. And then the final tryouts were on campus. Well, we had to keep score by hand when we were on campus. And it was the old school with the projector that went up on the like on the wall basically with the yellow pencil.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, they were naturally impossible, but that taught us how to bowl. Like you were bowling on dirt,
Right.
so it's the same thing. It's college bowling is an awesome experience. And for
Yeah.
anybody who bowls, if you're on the fence about going to school and you want to bowl, got to go to a school that has a bowling program. You have to
Yeah.
do it. It's
Yeah.
it's an awesome experience, and it's almost like you jip yourself out of the lifestyle if you don't do it.
Right.
Like if you have the chance to do it, do it.
Yeah.
Just
I agree.
look at all the guys that have been successful on tour at the Bowling College.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of them.
A ton of them. It's an awesome experience. So that's my words of wisdom for the night.
All right.
So what do you want to do for next week? What do you want to start off? What do you want to do next week?
I don't know. I think a good topic of discussion could be the World Championships.
Yes, they are out there right now.
We've got one of our own teammates, Sarah Klassen. Shout out to her. She's locked up a medal. She's
Nice.
in the medal round. They bowl, I believe, Thursday.
Okay.
For the women's singles.
So she's out there. Danielle's out there. Kelly's bowling, and oh my God, Jordan Richards is the other one, I believe, right?
Jordan, Richard, and Missy. Sarah
And Missy
bowled for
Parkins.
Team Canada.
Okay.
Sarah beat Kelly in the round of 8.
And then on the guys' side, we have Prather,
Andrew Anderson,
AJ Johnson,
and Butters.
and Butters. Not bad.
And I'll tell you this. So there's a left-hander from Korea that is in the finals in the medal round for the men's singles.
Okay.
It's the same left-hander. He won every event when they had the World Youth Challenge or the Worlds in Germany or in France.
Okay.
And back in 2019, he won every event: singles, doubles, team, masters, and all events. And he's in the finals, and he can't be older than 20.
Now, where is he from again? I'm sorry.
Korea.
Is he a spinner or is he a regular?
No, he's a regular.
He is a regular. Okay.
Yep, he hits it pretty hard. Doesn't get shortchanged at the bottom, and he's making a name for himself. We'll put it that way.
So we'll eventually be seeing him.
himself on the map back in 2019 when he ran over every event.
No shit, if you do that, of course you're going to put yourself on the
Oh
map
yeah.
there.
Oh my God. I mean, it's one thing to dominate an event like that, whether it's within your country, within your state, or even like Asia, like how Asia has like the Asian games. But when you do it at the Worlds,
yeah,
with
you
the
high,
best
you're
youth bowlers in the world, that's hard. And
yeah.
now he's made the medal round for singles. That's a guy that could definitely make a name for himself if he came over to bowl on tour.
And he's 20, you said?
He can't be older than 20 because he bowled the youth challenge, and that was the World Youth Championships. I don't know why I keep saying challenge. World Youth Championships, and that was, I believe, it was only 13 to 18.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So we'll have to keep an eye out for this guy.
Yeah.
So this is a good welcome back, I think. Caught up with you, found out what you were doing.
Absolutely, I agree. Season 2 is only getting started, so for all the people watching at home, this is going to be a blast. This is going to be fun. We're going to get back into it. We're going to have some good times. We're going to have some good conversations.
Yes.
even getting some guests in, just like we had
Yeah.
in the past.
We're definitely going to do some guests eventually, but I think we're going to more focus on conversation pieces now.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I gave you the idea, the one I had yesterday.
Yes, we'll.
I think that's a very interesting topic.
Yes, we will. We'll bring that up in a future discussion, and we'll
Yes.
save that for the viewers, and that we'll leave them on that little edge, wondering what it may be.
Yep. But we will be back every Wednesday at
8
8
p.m.
o'clock, 8 Eastern,
Yes,
7 Central,
yes.
because of Justin's schedule. Now, will you have the same schedule second semester, or we're not sure yet?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
I shouldn't be locked up at this time. I know practice will definitely be over by 5 my time, which will give me 2 hours before the show.
Yep.
And unless I take a night class on Wednesdays, that would have to change.
Yeah, we can always alter it, but for right now, at least to the end of the year, it'll be 8 o'clock on Wednesday evenings, and then when you're home, we will definitely grab Johnny, and we'll do it.
Oh, absolutely.
The three of us together, and we'll catch up with this guy,
The legend.
that guy right there. I was going to ask him. He was supposed to sign that for me when I saw him on Monday, but
I'm sure you'll see him another Monday at Howling.
yeah, unforeseen circumstances happened to John when on a Monday, and he kind of ran out of the building. So we'll get that another time. And
Yes.
yeah,
But I think we should wrap this one up.
we will. It was awesome catching up with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is only the beginning of season 2. I hope you guys like the new look. Be sure and check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Bohn and Zano Zone. We're going to be posting a bunch, some exclusive content as well, and we're going to feature our podcast on Spotify as well, along with a couple of other podcast platforms.
We are on Spotify. We are currently on Spotify, but not all of our shows are on Spotify.
Yes, we're gonna every episode from season 2 is definitely going to be on Spotify and some other platforms as well, which we'll have some more information on in the future.
Yep. And anybody who has any comments or anything you guys like to see out there, definitely shoot one of us a message. And
Absolutely.
Remember, we can make anything happen. We can get anybody we want to come talk to us for a half an hour. So if you guys want to see anybody or have a topic at hand you want to discuss, throw it our way. We'll make it happen.
Bowling discussions are going to live here.
Bowling discussions, cryptocurrencies will be talked about on our show.
Any topics of discussion. If you want to be on the show, shoot us a message. Let us know.
Have I ever showed you my Doge dog?
I think I've seen it. It's on the rocket, right? The 3D printed one. Yes,
to the moon. Yes, to the moon. To the moon.
All
yeah,
right,
we'll talk about anything. So let's get it wrapped up here.
Yes, all of you watching on YouTube, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And you're not going to want to miss the episodes that we got coming up in the future. This is going to be a great season 2, and this is only the beginning. So
and don't forget, for all of your bowling needs, buddiesproshop.com, Zano 5, Bohn and Zano 5, or Zone
5 off.
Zone 5 gets you 5% off purchase.
Yes,
it's a great time to get some holiday gifts there. So go check Forey out. He'll take care of you. 5% off on the end.
Absolutely, buddiesproshop.com. You're not going to want to miss it. As for now, I'm Justin Bohn, my partner Mike Val. This is the Bohn and Zano Zone, where we're always on the lanes, off the charts, and on the mic. We'll see you next time. Peace.